It's time to start the car, and we'll do it old school style with rock, paper, scissors battle. Let's go, boys. Let's see who wins. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Oh no, rock, paper, scissors. Oh,
John wins.
John, you won, man. Give him the keys and go and start the
Keys
car.
to the kingdom.
It's okay, you get to keep the car, John. Here, let's plug this in first. Hook it up to the jumper.
Where is it? So.
Don't hit it now. John,
Good boys.
truth.
Okay. Yeah, I like the sound. There you go.
Sounds a little rough from the start.
And the first shot, man.
Running like a charm.
Like a job, baby.
How you doing, man?
Yeah, man. We got power, baby.
Finally.
We are pretty much done with installing the radiators, intercooler, AC condenser, but I still have to install this last piece of the cooling system, which goes from the coolant reservoir to somewhere by the engine on the right side. It's an overflow coolant line. For now, we are going to leave the cooling system alone. We're going to move on to the body. We're going to start the fenders, hood, headlights, and the bumper and see how that looks. And later on, we're going to go back to the cooling system and pour some antifreeze.
All the front end parts have been placed onto the car, but some of them are here loosely. For example, the fender is not in its position right now. The bumper is also loose because we still have to move some of these and have some leverage when we start wrapping. Now moving on to the engine compartment, we still have some miscellaneous parts that we still have to put in here. We need the air box, and we also have to install here the cowl system, the windshield. But for now, we have to bleed the brake system because we haven't done so when we removed the master cylinder. Once we get that done, we'll purge the cooling system. This is what I'm using to bleed the brakes, and with this we only pressurize the system and we bleed from the brakes. way of bleeding the brake system by pressing the brake pedal does not work on some cars. This right here is the safest way of doing it with a pressurized tank. System fully pressurized. Sam, now you get to the wheels, buddy, cause I'ma watch it. And then place this tubing on top. So
What's that for?
that's for bleeding, so we can catch the fluid here in this tank, in this bottle, in this bottle. Hear that? Look at those bubbles.
It's there, huh?
Yeah, all there, it's coming out.
Yeah, buddy.
Finished bleeding out the wheels. Now let's take this off, and if we need to top off the reservoir with fluid, we'll do that as well. Let's open it from here first. Oh man, this here is tight. No more pressure in the tank. Let's remove this from here, from the reservoir. We don't need to top that off, it's already filled with fluid. Let's just cap it off now. We are finally done bleeding the brake system. Now it's time to move forward and take care of the cooling system.
Now that we filled up the car with coolant, it's time to start it up and let the coolant cycle through and warm up the car. Hit it, Jacob! Hit it, Jacob!
I ain't got a key.
Ah,
Got a key, bro.
what a fail.
While the car was on, I did notice that the venting system here isn't working. I went through all the speeds. The lights here don't light up, and also there's no air coming out through the vents. Also, while the car was running, I did notice that the steering wheel is stiff. That might be because the pinion rack isn't working, and so we have to diagnose this car and see what's going on. Let's diagnose it, Sam, and see what's up, bro. Let's see what we can find here that will give us any clues as to what's going on with the steering and the venting system. The reason behind the venting system not working might be because there might be a fuse blown, and so we have to check all those fuses and find out which one's not working. Right now we are going to be checking the fuses for continuity and find out which one is blown. Now I have to double check the picture that I've taken when I replaced all the fuses and relays and make sure I'm not missing any fuses or relays from this box. Well, cross-referencing this picture with what we got here, we are not missing any fuses nor any relays. And what we have to do right now, we have to pull out the owner's manual for this car and see what these fuses stand for and go from there. Upon closer investigation, I found out that we are missing here two fuses. One here and another one here on this side. The way I found that out is I cross-referenced this fuse box with the fuse box from the burnt ST. This is the fuse box from the burnt ST, and these are the fuses that we're missing. We're missing this 20 amp and that 15 amp right there.
One of them, that one's for the BCM, and that one, the manual says that it's for heated seats.
Alright, let's plug in the fuses, the 20 amp first. We got the 15. And let's rescan the system on the car and see what we get. After installing those fuses back into the fuse box, we already got power here on the venting system. All the options, the speed options work.
We started the car and we got a light in the dash saying that the power steering is not working. We did a little bit of investigation and we found out that this fuse is blown. As you can see, they all should connect or have continuity, including this one and then this one. And it looks like it's not beeping, which tells me it's dead. So we're gonna go ahead and change it.
Also, the steering wheel works as well. We fixed all the problems that we had here, and I still want to rescan the system once again and see if some of the codes disappeared from here. Let's first delete all the codes and see what comes back after we rescan. After wiping the codes and we rescanned the system again, only a few codes came back up, and those are for the airbag system. And we should be good from here. It's home run from here. We are pretty much done with the mechanical and technical part of the car. Right now it's time to take it off the stands and proceed with the next step. We are ending this episode here. Make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications, because in the next episode we are wrapping this car, and that's the most exciting part of this build, and you do not want to miss that. See you next time.